Vlad before you were locked up. You did a few interviews with Vlad, and they're basically saying that the police have been using. They're basically saying that Vlad is a snitch. Like the internet is saying, "Oh, Vlad is a snitch. Don't fuck with him." This, that, and the other. They're saying that he's working with the
Vlad is a
police.
civilian. Vlad is a civilian. So I don't understand how people could come to the conclusion that Vlad is a snitch. To my understanding of street codes or whatever the things that people go by, a snitch is a person that portrays a certain lifestyle, a gangster lifestyle, or makes a vow to live that lifestyle or principles, and then they go against that code. As far as I know, Vlad has always been a civilian, so I don't understand how Vlad could be a snitch.
All right. Well, is he? I don't want to go too much into something, so please, don't go too far because I asked you a stupid ass question. I don't want the shit to be used against you. But is he cooperating as far as you know? Do you know that?
Is who cooperating?
Vlad, with the case against you. They're saying that basically the police are using him against you. I don't know if that's true.
You cannot listen. Do not listen to everything that the internet says. You understand? The internet is the internet. What it is now is that you have a freeway of free reporters, people that have not been trained to report, people that are not trained journalists, and they just speak on things that they have no idea about. They come up with conclusions and incorrect hypotheses on things, and they just say things. Vlad has nothing to do with anything. You understand what I'm saying? As far as I know, with my situation or anybody else's situation. You know what I mean? That's just people talking. It's poppycock. You know what I mean? The internet, they say anything. Like, for instance, someone called me one day and said, "Hey, they said that you were in court and you screamed that you're innocent." And I'm like, when did this happen? Because the Daily News and the Times are on my court dates. If they didn't report it, it didn't happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So. It's just certain things. You can't believe these blogs and these people are just, they hire a couple people with phones and they just tell them to be a journalist. These people are not trained journalists. They don't even understand what it is to be one. So you can't just believe everything you read on these blogs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Crazy. And not to be messy. It's crazy. And not to be messy, right? Because you could interpret this however you want. Uncle Murder just did a song called The Year in Review. He does his year in wrap up. And he said people was asking him why he didn't help you that night. Now, we're not going to talk about that night because we still got to deal with the situation. But he said people asked him why he helped you that night. And he's like, yo, I ain't come with that nigga. I don't fuck with that nigga, but it's still free tax. And he mentioned it, he emphasized free tax. Like, does that bother you that he would say that? Like, I know y'all knew each other.
Well, I actually don't know what Uncle Murder's talking about. I've never had that discussion with him. You know what I mean? I definitely was cool with Uncle Murder. You know what I mean? I was in the studio with these dudes night after night. You know what I mean? Week straight. And I think where our relationship strained at was when he allowed Game and Wack to shoot a video in pink houses in Bed-Stuy, and the guy Wack was always insinuating how his peoples got Biggie killed, and I thought it was an insult to have him, shooting a video in Brooklyn. So, I had called Uncle Murder and him out about it, and a couple of other guys. I felt like it was wrong to allow them to do that, and I think that's where our relationship got strained, and that's actually how me and Meek's relationship got cool, because Meek, I think they thought at the time that I didn't like the Dream Chasers. I never disliked Meek or the Dream Chasers. I was just stating my opinion, you know what I mean? And when he seen me check Uncle Murder and them for that, you know what I mean? Like, guys reached out to me because they thought I was being biased about, always coming at the Dream Chasers. So when he seen me in pictures with Uncle Murder and chilling with these dudes, and then I came at them, he felt like, yo, this dude is a real dude because he be with them, and he called them out because, guys from Uncle Murder's crew was like in the club with Meek Mill like the week before, and Aces like literally dick riding him. Yeah. You know what I mean? She bucked the goddess to Money and Violence. They was literally dick riding Meek, and then the next week they was in a diss video of Game, like really dissing them, and it was like sad and unfortunate. You know what I mean? A couple of officers told me about the song. I don't really listen to the radio too much, but as you know, like over the years, Uncle Murder's an unsuccessful rapper. This is his this is his only time to shine. The only time of relevancy that he has is when he drops these yearly wrap-ups, which he stole from a rapper, you know what I mean, Mad Skills, you know what I mean? And like, he's a good rapper, but his best songs have been stolen. He stole away from Mad Skills, and then Real Niggas Back record was Young Greatness, a rapper from QC, you know what I mean, from Quality Control that the Migos is on. So, you know what I mean, he's not really good. He's an artist that's doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, you know what I mean? He's still in the same position that a new artist would be in, you know what I mean? So he has to drop these records each year for relevancy and talk about people, you know what I mean, and disrespectful manners. It's funny, you know what I mean? I like them. I always like them. You know what I mean? I don't listen to the new one, you know what I mean? I'm not offended by anything he might have said, but I'm only offended by anything that might not be true because I've never had that discussion with him.
All it takes is the beat, then I start snapping. Back to rapping, y'all been acting like it's about fashion. Rocking them skinny jeans and them purses. Niggas be dressing like faggots. Doing gay ass dances, but ain't saying shit when they rhyme. But if the beat's something they can dance to, then they think it's something they like. It blow my mind. These niggas be lying like they did crime, or they did time like I did mine. Yo,